at Madison Square Garden, where they're probably still partying out on 7th Avenue. The Knicks outlasting the 76ers 108-102 yesterday. Joel Embiid was ruled out on Wednesday afternoon with an ankle and hip injury. Jalen Brunson pulling off more fourth-quarter heroics and led New York with 26 points. But as Stephen A. alluded to, the win may be overshadowed by some potential injury news. The Knicks lost forward OG Anunoby with about 3 minutes remaining in the game, an apparent right leg injury after a dunk attempt. Post-game, Mike Brown didn't really provide much of an update on Anunoby's status. And it was a back-and-forth battle in New York all night with 25 lead changes in Game 2. That's the most in a playoff game in 11 years. And it was also featured a game that had 14 ties. Neither team here led by more than 7 points in this game. So, Stephen A., the bigger headline here, the Knicks coming out on top, or the fact that they have a 2-0 lead in the series and knowing that OG Anunoby in the injury news is still up in the air?
Well, it's the latter. It's the latter because of OG. Because the reality is that we expected the New York Knicks to be up 2-0 the second that we heard Joel Embiid was going to be out for Game 2. They better have won that damn game. So we anticipated that the New York Knicks would be up 2-0. We anticipated that big-bodied Brunson, as you so eloquently call him, would do his thing. We anticipated that OG Anunoby, shooting better than 50% from the field, dropped 24 points last night, would do his thing. I saw that stroke late from Mikal Bridges. Very proud of that brother. Got on him for weeks, but damn it, he has shown up. You understand? Since Game 5 of the Atlanta Hawks series, Mikal Bridges has shown up. Let me keep that same energy, Will Barr, and give him the love that he deserves. Got to inspire the brother. Got to push him. Got to prod him. Got to inspire him. And Josh Hart and the rest of the crew are doing their thing. Mitchell Robinson didn't play last night. He didn't have that rim protection. Didn't have that backup point guard. Karl Anthony Towns got in foul trouble. 27 minutes. Still in all, they managed to close the deal because the New York Knicks were supposed to. The real issue here is OG because of how important he has been to the New York Knicks' success. Make no mistake, we need him. Got to remember, had a hamstring injury earlier this season in November into December. He missed 10 games. He missed 10 games because of that. This is the regular season. This is the postseason. But we always hear about how hamstring injuries linger and whatever. I'm trying to get to the NBA Finals. That's what I'm trying to do if I'm the New York Knicks. And I need OG in order to pull that off. So to me, right now, awaiting this news, waiting to hear what the situation here is involving him is far more important right now. That is the story for me at this moment in time.
Well, Stephen A., Brick, whatever you want to be today, look, I'm down with it, but you better continue to pray. Because Jalen Brunson is the best player, big body Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns is the most important player, but OG Anunoby is the X factor. And the New York Knicks are not making it out of the East without OG Anunoby being healthy. And to be honest with you, with OG Anunoby and the way he's been playing of this entire postseason, one could argue that the Knicks could win it all. I said it last week, and I really stand on that and believe that. Here's the bigger topic. Put me up on the screen with everybody because I need to see this. I know I'm a ruffle the feathers. Hey, Legend, what's going on, Legend? What's going on, Legend? Good morning to you. Big bro, listen. The bigger issue is that it woke me up when I saw OG Anunoby had to be taken out the game last night. And I know I've been critical of Steve Kerr's comments. I've been critical of Greg Popovich for starting load management. But we got a bigger issue here. And I'm starting to lean more towards what they've been saying over the past. You know, one, we might need to take out this 62-game rule that the NBA has put in place. Because if you look at the history, 65 game, excuse me. If you look at the history of what's been happening with soft tissue injuries, okay? Aaron Gordon, soft tissue injury. J-Dub, hamstring. Luka, hamstring. Jason Tatum, I know that's a little different, but still, on the other side, calf strain, right? And he was out. So you start to think about Anthony Edwards, and you look at Steph Curry at in the play-in tournament, and I Googled runner's knee. And the first word that popped up was overuse. And my thing is that we have to put something in place because in the postseason, I want to see people at their full strengths. I want to see teams fully healthy. And we're not seeing that right now. It's a problem in our league. And I know the old heads today, you, the legend Mike Wilborn, y'all know y'all used to, guys playing 82 games and playing through a season, but it's a lot different now. The pace of the play has picked up, so it's a different conversation.
Perk, I don't disagree with you, but the only adjustment that can be made is shortening the regular season, which neither side is going to do. The owners don't want to give up 10 dates, maybe 5 home dates. The players aren't going to want to have their paychecks rearranged. So it's not going to happen. You are 100% right. If the season was 70 games, you'd get a lot better product. Look at the injuries have taken over this postseason. By the way, it's not just this isn't the only one. We started seeing this, I don't know, back when Durant and Klay Thompson and Steph had missed time in the playoffs several times. Giannis, we're talking about the biggest stars in the game, future first ballot Hall of Famers, Kawhi. I won't let Stephen A. get started. But all of these guys have missed playoff games, and this playoff run is like, okay, I'm scared to sit there and watch a game because somebody's going to go limping off. And I agree with you guys on Anunoby. I don't know, given what the Pistons have done to the Knicks already, Courtney, I don't know they want to go into that. They certainly don't want to go into it without Anunoby. Can they get past the Sixers without Anunoby? Probably, even though I expect Philadelphia to rebound for one game, for game 3. But Anunoby's injury last night, when he signaled the bench and limped off the floor and back to the locker room past where I was standing, that was not a good situation for the New York Knickerbockers.
And there's no official injury designation right now. Stephen A., I know you mentioned his history with hamstring injuries and something to keep an eye on here. It affected him in the playoffs before in that Indiana Pacers series.
A couple of years ago.
But Stephen A., like, if he has to miss a game, if he has to miss 2 games, whatever it is, who do the New York Knicks need to look to in OG Anunoby's absence? Because he's been the best player in the playoffs so far for his team.
Well, it's going to be more opportunities for a guy like Mikal Bridges, I would say so. I mean, and listen, let me get at it again. He should step up. 4 unprotected first-round picks. I have not forgotten. I'm not going off of what I'm saying. I'm very proud of what I've been seeing him do over the last couple of games. But all you're showing is that you are capable. So guess what? Step it up and be even more capable in the absence of OG Anunoby. It's not going to be just one guy. It's going to be a committee. You're going to have cats coming off the bench that's going to have to make their contributions. Certainly Josh Hart's going to be up in there. You're going to look for him to do a little bit more. But Mikal Bridges, to me, is going to be the key because I think that the more opportunities that are thrown in his direction, if he answers the call, then it'll be a key. And obviously, listen, he'll get more opportunities, but Karl Anthony Towns got to stay out of foul trouble. Charles Barkley's absolutely right. Karl Anthony Towns is driving me crazy with that stuff. The stupid fouls that he gets on himself, he's got to find a way to avoid that. He's too important. You need him on the basketball court. But I would say it's the combination of both of them. It'd be Cat and Mikal Bridges.
Well, let me jump in and say something about Bridges for a second. Okay. I haven't had a chance to get at Stephen A. about this. Stephen A., your annoyance with Mikal Bridges is completely misdirected.
What?
If the compensation is the problem, direct it to the person who made the deal. Not at Malik, not at all at Bridges, who was a vital part of a team to reach the finals, something your Knicks haven't done in about 50-plus years.
You don't
get on him, but for the compensation for the first-round picks, he didn't trade him for himself. Get on your guy who made the deal and gave up 4-round pick. They're going to need Bridges. We knew what Bridges was when he was on Phoenix. We saw exactly what he was. He wasn't going to start being Scottie Pippen when he arrived in New York because somebody gave up 4 picks for him. We know what Bridges is, and he's good enough to help this team get past Philadelphia. And you're right about this. He is going to have to be the guy to do it. But to continually get on him because somebody traded 4 picks for him, that's not on him.
Excuse me, a couple of things. Number one, America. You see, this is where humility kicks in because I might be the #1 morning show, but damn it, I ain't #1. That's that man right there. That's PTI, baby. That's #1 for the last 25 years.
Thank you, my brother.
Period. Okay, not just
as always.
Secondly, he's the
now he's setting me up. I got to go in the rope-a-dope, Perk.
I might be the.
I got to go in the rope-a-dope.
I might be the big brother to other people, but damn it, I'm the little brother to him. So I can see what I'm saying. He put me in this bad spot, but that doesn't mean I don't get to call you to the carpet for misrepresenting my position.
What?
What I have said about, listen, I've gotten on Mikal Bridges because, my God, was he in he was just playing badly, and we all knew it. And then Mike Brown confirmed it when he put his behind on the bench, and Clarkson and others were coming off the bench, and they were playing more minutes than Mikal Bridges for a few games because that's how much he lacked in efficiency and productivity. That's number one. Number two, what I was saying is this: 4 first-round unprotected picks, 2 swaps, 6 picks overall. I'm saying to you, if you Mikal Bridges, you know what they gave up for you. Do at least what you did in Phoenix. Be that player. Be what you want.
Okay.
That's all I was saying about
I got you on that.
Where I was holding cats accountable, Mike Wilbon, in terms of the actual deal. It wasn't Mikal Bridges for the $150 million. You know that. I had no problem with the $150 million. Today's NBA economy, he deserves every dollar of that paper right there, right? What I was pointing to was Jalen Brunson, because obviously you're the face of the franchise. You could have signed a 5-year, $270 million deal. You signed a year early at 4 years, $156 million. You saved the New York Knicks $114 million. I get all of that. But the flip side to it is that if you want them to do that, if you do that because you want them to go out and get your boy, you know what? You don't let them trade the whole damn farm for him. 6 picks, 4 unprotected for a non-all-star. That's a little bit much, Leon Rose. And what I was saying about Jalen Brunson and Leon Rose was that, damn, that's a lot, because we had a chance to get Giannis this summer, and you didn't have the assets to pull that off. I know we could still try to pull it off this summer, but you didn't have the assets. So I was pointing to the compilation of all of those things, Wilbon, and saying, damn, Mikal Bridges, your name is attached to that. You can't be averaging 7 points on 28% shooting when that comes with you, because you better than that. Just be who you've been. Be that 18 to 20 point per game scorer who's giving you about 75 games a year, who's on the court for 35 minutes, being an elite defender. Give us that at least. That's all I was saying.
Oh, he's giving you 82, by the way. He's going to give you 82 every year. That's all he's giving.
He's going to give you 82, and I appreciate the great back and forth. I always like to see you get what your
I have to
word
just
is.
agitate. I got to agitate. Because Stephen A. is not here, Perk, so I got to poke and prod him a little bit.
I always like the energy. What you always say, getting truculent. Yeah, that's what he say. But look, you wishing on a star. Right now, it's not orange and blue skies in New York right now. Everybody is worried. Again, we could talk about Mikal Bridges stepping up, but there's no replacing OG Anunoby.
I agree.
I said this last year, I'm going to say it again. He's the 2026 version of Scottie Pippen. And his versatility, you cannot replace, especially on the defensive end. Mm-hmm. We saw last night when the Knicks went small. When they went small, who was playing the center position? OG Anunoby. That's how versatile he is on both ends of the floor. He does, but he's knocking down the tray ball. He has done an outstanding job for us, the new offensive set that they're running for us, like, quote unquote, the Golden State system. He has benefited from that. If OG Anunoby is not healthy, then y'all have no shot in hell at winning an NBA championship this year.
I totally agree with you. Nobody's knocking that, but here's how you work around that, in my estimation. You got him off that court. The minute he asked you out, got him off the court.
And just to put a bow on that.
The Knicks could afford to be out without OG for the next 2 games.
2 games, I agree. I'd hold him out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And you know what? Don't bring him back before Game 5 at the Garden.
Agreed, Stephen A.
Give him that rest. Give him the rest of the week. Let's see how it goes, and we go from there.
Yeah, and Stephen A., I mean, you brought up with what Mikal Bridges has done. 38 minutes last night, gave him 18 points on 9 of 13 shooting. If you get more of that, you can survive in the short term. But Perk, I want to look at the other side of this game, because Jay Will was on the show the other day and said something pretty interesting about Joel Embiid. He said he doesn't feel like he's the player that you can win a title with. And then last night, we see that Embiid doesn't play, find out that there's ankle and hip injuries that come up. He misses Game 2. He has now missed 12 career playoff games throughout his time with the 76ers. Does he deserve criticism for missing Game 2? Obviously, we don't want to, question injury.